My parents found out that I have money, want me to give it all to them. I made this account just to post this cause they won't stop bugging me. Backstory: so my parents disowned me for being an atheist. My family is very religious, they will look at you like trash if you say you don't believe in a god. They kicked me out and didn't supported me through college, my last year of college, and I haven't spoken to them for almost 3 years now. Just a few weeks ago I got word from my cousin that my little sister got hospitalized due to dengue, so I went to visit her when she was about to be discharged. When I got there it was just my sister in the room. I asked where my parents were and she said that they were trying to raise funds for the hospital bill. Turns out my parents' medical insurance didn't cover most of the hospital bill and left a large out-of-pocket, around 26,000 Philippine pesos. If there are any Filipinos out there, you know, is this a large amount already? Fortunately I was able to save up a lot of the past year. So I went ahead and paid for it. When my parents came back I told them it's already been paid for and that we're just waiting for the discharge orders. The first questions they ask is why was I there and where did I got the money from? I explained my cousin told me what happened and that I was saving money for my little sister's college. They didn't even thank me, and the next question they asked is how much money I have saved. I didn't give them the amount, but they insisted I should give it to them since my sister is living with them. I told them no and that I will give it to my sister personally once she enters college. It's her last year of high school. That wasn't good enough for them. They keep saying they need the money but won't even specify what the money would be for. I still didn't budge. A week pasted and they still don't stop bugging me, calling me ungrateful to them as my parents, so on and so forth, even asking my girlfriend to have her talk to me about giving them the money. No is a complete sentence, my dude. Resume ignoring them. You're lovely for saving to help her go to college, and for paying her medical costs. Save it, and pay it directly to the school when she needs it. Sister's birthday ruined by entitled mother and her daughter. Hello, I'm from India. English isn't my first language, so apologies in advance for any mistakes. Sorry this is going to be long. This incident happened about 8 years ago. It was my sister's birthday and a lot of my family members from my dad's side were invited. My dad's sister, who will be called entitled mother henceforth, and her daughter, entitled child henceforth, were visiting us after a lot of years because they shifted to California. So entitled mother wanted her daughter to be the center of attention since the moment they came in. Entitled child was about 7 years old and everyone was quite taken with her because she spoke in an adorable accent. When it was the time for cutting the cake, entitled mother wanted entitled child to cut it even though it was my sister's birthday. The reason being S equals my sister, she is a kid. She deserves to cut the cake. She is the youngest of them all. My sister, S, is way too old to be cutting cakes anyway. It was sister's 11th birthday. Entitled mother's request/order was declined by my mom, which made entitled mother quite angry. When dinner was served, entitled mother was very hungry and sat down to eat. As soon as she started, entitled child started crying and demanded to be fed. And entitled mother expected my mom to stop eating and feed her kid. And my mother agreed. The worst was at the time of gift unwrapping. My sister loves Barbies, so she received a doll in a dollhouse from my mom and dad. And I gave her a bunch of homemade chocolate that I made myself. Entitled mother, what does ass need chocolates for? Come on, give them to entitled child. You are way too old for them. S gave entitled child some of them, which entitled child proceeded to start eating right then. S went on to unwrap other presents and was made to share a bunch of other stuff like sparkle pens, a set of crayons, etc. too with entitled child. Entitled child after some time started wailing that she wanted more chocolate. Entitled mother literally shouting, why have you not given her the chocolates? Didn't I ask you to? Why are being so mean? She's your cousin. She deserves them. S was almost at tears and gave her 3 more. Now only 5 chocolates remained, which she gave 1 to each of us, mom, dad, entitled mother and me. I saved mine to give it to her later. Entitled mother noticed it and asked me to give to entitled child since I obviously was not going to eat it. I didn't. When S got to unwrapping the dollhouse and the Barbie, entitled mother actually pounced on the doll and started pulling it away from S. Now S started to cry, which made entitled mother angry. And she screamed at S to shut up and stop being so mean and stingy. Entitled child was from US and did not have any Indian toys. And she needed the doll. My father flat out refused, which resulted in more screaming and crying. Then she left in a huff and kicked at the dollhouse, denting it. My sister was very sad and needless to say her birthday was ruined. But that was not the end. About an hour or so later, entitled mother was back kicking and screaming at our door saying we had poisoned her kid and that she would be suing us. EC's stomach was aching, but instead of calling a doctor she had drove her to our house. We seated them and called the doctor, during which entitled mother was screaming about how we were jealous of her and would suffer terrible fates. The doctor said the pain was because of overeating. Guess she shouldn't have had 6 of those chocolates. Entitled mother then proceeded to blame me and my sis for everything and saying how both of us were spoiled and mean kids. Entitled mother flips after she reads the post about her daughter and her. Hello again. I posted a story about my aunt ruining my sister's birthday day before yesterday. Turns out she or her daughter is on Reddit and are subscribed to r/EntitledParents and read the story. This is what happened last night. M equals entitled mom who's my aunt, EC equals her daughter, S equals my sister. Entitled mother called my dad last night at about 11, when my dad was half asleep. Entitled mother, how could you do this to us? Aren't we family? Why did you shame us like this? It was so many years ago? Couldn't you just let it go? And my dad no idea what she's going on about, so he asks her what has happened. To which she tells him that we posted on Reddit about my sister's birthday. My dad doesn't know and doesn't care what Reddit is and asks what's the big deal? Entitled mother, wow, so your daughters do things without telling you? You should keep an eye on them, don't let them get out of hand. You should have taught them manners. My name, just exposed us and shamed us online. Dad, what are you saying? How did she expose you? She hasn't even talked to you in years. Entitled mother, she posted a story about us and as soon as entitled child read it we knew it was about us. I haven't divulged any names in that story, not even mine. Dad asks me if I did that and why. So it took a total of 15 to 20 minutes to explain Dad what Reddit is and what I did. I tell him that I have just narrated a story and haven't exposed her identity in any way. So Dad just hands me the phone so I can explain it to her. As soon as I say hello, entitled mother starts screaming at me so loudly that it can be heard outside the phone. Entitled mother, you jerk, how could you do that? Who do you think you are? You poison my child and then make it up as if I was overreacting? Take that post down now. And apologize for it on that subreddit. If you don't, I know gonna sue you. WTF, I'm so angry that I just say no, I won't do anything of that sort. And that I would to see how you can sue me all the way from California. Entitled mother then proceeds to call me and my sister a whore and similar things. My dad takes away the phone and asks her to not ever contact any of us again and blocks her. So hey there, Aunt Sheila, hope you all read this. Wake your kid so my boy can have her toy edited into paragraphs. Sorry for the initial text block, guys. Note, I'm German so this is translated. This also happened a month back and I'm recalling the events. Long story, bear with me, you will be shaking your heads. I'm a 21-year-old female babysitter and I have this girl, let's call her Mia, whom I watch at least once a week plus whenever the parents ask me to help out. Mia is 8 now and I started babysitting her when she was 4 months, yes, I was 14 at the time. The family is great and Mia is a really easy kid. We are like sisters. I never rose my rate, so keep in mind that I have been working for €1.50, about $1.70, per hour for roughly 8 years. And could expect a €20, $24, gift card for both my birthday and Christmas. I'm a babysitter for fun, not for money, and I'm true to that. What I earn just about covers expenses. I have an actual job that's paying for my life after all. When Mia is with me for an entire Saturday, we go on day trips. She loves shopping and sightseeing, so I mostly take her around to bigger cities. This is where this story starts. We are on the bus on an hour drive to the next bigger city. Taking the car meant stress for me as I don't like driving and the train was more expensive. Though both would have been a 30/40ths of a minute's ride, Mia and I like to go by bus. This private bus company has perks. On this particular day I paid €10, $12, for a return ticket. Mia being under 10 euro went for free. Plus they wait for you on the way back, but causing delays results in fees. Anyway, we are on the bus and per usual, I brought my old Nintendo DS for her to play with. I can do whatever, she plays happily, it's a win. Until this entitled mom, and her 10-year-old boy come along. They take the seats right behind ours. No problem, right? Wrong. It doesn't take long for the boy to notice the console on the racing game Mia was somewhat fixed on. Boy to entitled mom, Mom, I want to play. Entitled mom, well, go ahead. I thought he would get our attention and ask nicely. Nope. The boy jumps up from his seat, reaches over Mia's lean and tries to snatch the game from above. He gets hold of it for a moment but the hand strap stops him. I made sure Mia's wrist was fine and the game not broken from the rough move, then I turn around, stopping the boy from another attempt. Me, young man, that wasn't nice. Entitled mom, he just wants to play. Let him play, too. Me, teach your child to ask properly and I will consider. Entitled Mom, don't tell me how to parent, kid. Boy, Mom, I want that game. Entitled Mom, in a minute, sweetie. Me, no. It's not yours and I'm asking you to leave us alone. I sit back down, hoping to have heard the end of it. Way wrong. Mia's seat shakes a few times. The boy is kicking her seat. She asks him to stop, he continues. I warned the mom I would tell the drivers, there are always 2 on 1 bus, just in case. Entitled Mom, he is bored. Give him the game and he will stop. I immediately get up, quickly help Mia change into another row, then go to the front and explain the situation when I hear Mia yelling. Mia, let go. I turn around, this boy has one hand on the game and the other pulling her hair. Entitled Mom is smirking in satisfaction as the boy rips the hand sling off Mia and returns into his seat, holding the game. I immediately storm at him and grab it back without a word. He starts crying and screaming loudly. I don't care. It's 8 a.m., this was supposed to be a happy girl's day out. Now I had Mia in tears and a bratty son with his entitled mom on my hands. Entitled Mom, you give that back right now. My son was playing it. Bus driver 2 comes to our rescue, practically pushed the woman and her son into the last row, asking us to take seats up front to separate us as far as possible. Entitled Mom was advised to use some common sense that this was not her game and thus not hers to decide over. I didn't quite listen anymore but heard something from the lines of, Entitled Mom, my son only wanted to try the game, these girls were unfairly rude to him. I demand an apology. I hide my hand and give her the finger. Not that Entitled Mom could see. Mia snickers. Whoops. My bad. Mia saw. But Mia was already smiling and starting the game again. Fast forward to the end of a successful shopping spree. We were signed for the last bus back, 7 p.m. departure, and 10 minutes early. I let Mia choose the seats as per usual. Pretty much up front. There were 2 other couples waiting already and a third arriving with us. All seemed fine until the driver, I noticed it were the same drivers again, announced we couldn't leave. 2 people were missing but they would call them to either hurry to the bus or decline their seats. It would just be a few more minutes. Or not. We had to wait for them. Company policy. 7:35 p.m. My nightmare comes true. Entitled Mom and son walk up to the bus, not hurrying at all, ice cream cones in hand. No messy food on the bus. They have to finish outside. Again not hurrying in any way. 7:45 p.m. Head count. We can finally drive back. Everyone on board is annoyed by the delay. Entitled Mom and son probably took the seats in the other aisle yet right behind us on purpose but I wasn't going to say anything yet. Lesson learned, I hoped. Bus driver 2 is driving now. Driver 1, comes up to the mom. Driver 1, ma'am, sorry to bother you, but you caused a 45 minutes delay and according to our terms and conditions, the company will fine you for that.